Okay, UFC fans, we're back. UFC is literally like they're running around scrambling like crazy, man. Here's what's happening, okay? Right now, the current time, July 7th, it's 4:41, it's Thursday, and there is now a UFC 202, which is Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor part 2. All right, so UFC with the situation with Bones Jones, they're not going to let that stop them. They're going to continue on with trying to sell that product, man, and bring UFC fans something that they can look forward to. And right now, it's UFC 202, Diaz versus McGregor. That's it, man. It's crazy. Like it's August 20th, which is on a Saturday, pay-per-view. McGregor, he says, I will have my redemption. It's just I don't even know what to say. I guess you could say this is a good thing because I thought that Conor McGregor was going to retire, and then the same thing with Diaz. I thought he was going to retire. Then they came out of retirement, and then Conor McGregor was saying that he was going to fight Floyd Mayweather, and then that's not happening now. And I guess all along it was just them, waiting to get this second fight. So now we have it. We'll see what happens, man. Everything with this upcoming UFC fights is always about redemption. With Bones Jones, it was supposed to be a redemption tale. Conor McGregor now has an opportunity to get a little bit of redemption. Same thing with Cormier, man. Let's not forget about Cormier. Let's talk about him for a second. What I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna go to Daniel's Facebook page, and he's already released a statement. He's already talked about it. For him, this was devastating. You got to think he was defeated by Bones Jones. And then there was an injury, and then there was the whole entire, cocaine scandal with Bone Jones, and then after that, the hit and run, and then we finally get to UFC 200, and then all of a sudden we have the USADA. They came up and they popped Bones Jones with his sample test for I believe it was July, or it's not July, but June 16th, and what ends up happening is that Bones Jones can take his B sample, his second sample, and then they'll test that, and then we'll find out more. But yeah, Daniel Cormier, he's absolutely devastated. He doesn't even understand, why this keeps happening to him. He was supposed to close a chapter on his legacy. It's not happening, and he doesn't even know if in the future, if all of this goes away, and let's say like USADA comes back, they tell the situation with Bones Jones that it was let's say it was nothing, and then they put the fight back on, then we're good to go. He'll fight him. But if USADA comes back and they say that the actual sample or the test came back for something that is bad, then 2 years Bones Jones will have to wait 2 years. He'll be on probation or suspension for 2 years, man. And think about that for a second, man. Daniel Cormier, man, he's not going to get any younger. He's not getting any younger. This is his, I guess you could say it's a late start, wrestling and then running into the UFC, almost the same situation like Brock Lesnar. I don't know if it's going to happen again. I don't know if you'll ever see a Daniel Cormier in a Jon Jones, Bones Jones fight again. I don't think they're going to happen, man. Now, here's what's interesting. Today, Thursday, Bones Jones, he finally released his press conference. He's talked about it a little bit more, and he was in tears. He apologized to all the UFC fans. He apologized to the whole entire UFC staff, and he was crying, man. And he just doesn't understand what's going on. What he said is that he's used some of the same supplements his entire career. So that whole entire sum thing right there, some of the same supplements. That's what's getting him, man. And he said that he'll continue to fight. If he has to wait 2 years, he'll continue to fight. We don't know what UFC is going to do. I mean, obviously, this guy brings in a lot of money. I don't think they're going to ban him. A lot of fans are calling to ban him. The good thing about this is that with the USADA, with them popping Bones Jones, it's not cocaine. Okay, it's not going to be drugs, so it's not drug related. That's the good thing. That's the good thing. We don't have to worry about that. It's not drug related. We just have to worry about and find out and wait, I guess you can say, until it was supposed to get tested soon, either this Tuesday, coming up Tuesday, or today. One of the things. It's all confusing, man. We'll find out more information as it comes on, man. But Bones Jones has went through his Facebook page. He's deleted a lot of the live stream that was on there. Him talking that crap to Cormier. I didn't get a chance to download the video. I did download the video that I thought he would delete, but he didn't. He actually put it to the top of his feed. And that is the one with him sitting in like a living room, and he's talking about it's almost here, hashtag UFC 200. It's on his page, and then you can hear everybody, with the comments, man. There's over 1,000 comments on that video, and everybody's just pretty much upset, man. You put yourself through a lot of shit and came out better in the end. I admire you. I hope you get yourself together, but right now I'm out. I'm done with Bones Jones. Let me see. This just popped in my feed. I'm super disappointed. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, man. And it's crazy. I can't even believe that people were. I was just shocked. You know what I'm saying? When I first heard about it, I was shocked. I wasn't upset at Bones Jones. You know what I'm saying? I was just worried because UFC is not important. What's important is that the fighter is healthy. That's the most important thing. UFC, let that shit go. There's no even reason to continue on if you're an addict. Get yourself right for your family, for your friends, your loved ones, and just for life in general, man. There should be no reason why a fighter has to, worry about getting into the octagon, first when his priority should be getting healthy and getting right and getting healed, man. So we'll see what happens, man. I don't know what's gonna go on, but right now UFC is moving on, man. They're moving on. They have switched everything on their Facebook page. They have they're just pushing it. They're just pushing everything up. They're putting all of the Brock Lesnar versus Mark Hunt. They're putting all that information at the top, and now they're putting the Zero Jijic against some other girl. I can't even pronounce her name, but those two, they're going to be fighting. And then, like I said before, the Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz too. That's happening, man. So, and what's crazy is that with Nate Diaz, they have a live press conference, and he's still bigger than Conor McGregor. He doesn't look intimidated. Conor McGregor still looks a little shaky. It's kind of I don't know, man. It just looks like it's going to be just a horrible fight for Conor McGregor, man. He doesn't look comfortable. He doesn't look relaxed. He looks really like stressed, man. And Nate Diaz, he just looks kind of like either he's high or he's sleepy. Like I don't know. I've never watched Nate Diaz. I didn't even know anything about Nate Diaz until he destroyed Conor McGregor. So we'll see what happens, man. So that's where we're sitting at, guys. And that's pretty much it, man. That's all we got. I'm out here, man. That's it.